Hey friends, it's Hope, and today I am here to do a very quick December wrap up. And why it's going to be so fast is because I only read 4 books this month. I know, surprise, surprise, it was a really bad reading month, but that's okay because I did a lot of traveling. I spent time with family and friends, and the holiday season was just super festive, and I just stayed really busy, and I'm sure you guys did too. So without further ado, let's get on with this video. The first book that I picked up and I finished this month was Oblivion by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I actually got this book over Black Friday and I knew I needed to pick it up ASAP, and I tried not to speed my way through this book because I knew it was the last time I was going to read about Damon Black for like the very first time, because I can always reread the Lux series but not for the very first time, if you know what I'm saying. So Oblivion is actually Obsidian told in Damon's point of view, and I highly suggest you guys reading the Lux series first and then reading this. I think it's way better to do it that way. With that said, I did rate this book a 5 out of 5 stars because how could I not? It was told from Damon's point of view and it's Jennifer L. Armentrout, so of course I was in love. The one and only downside to this book was the fact that because it was told from Damon's point of view, we did not get to see all his swoony goodness through Katie's eyes. Then after that, I had a review book from NetGalley called This Is Where It Ends. This is a very highly anticipated book for 2016. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I was highly disappointed in this read. I did do a non-spoiler book review, and I will go ahead and leave that link down below. I do believe this book either comes out in January or February, but this book is about a school shooting. It's told, I think, in 54 minutes, and we get to see the book and the story kind of play out in 4 different points of view. My biggest issue with the book, and the reason why I did not enjoy it, was because I felt no connection to any of the characters. I didn't really have a lot of empathy for them because they were just very flat, like just wasn't for me, and I'm a very character driven reader, and so when I do not feel any empathy or connection to the characters, I generally will not enjoy the read, and that is exactly what happened in this book. And then I kind of just stuck on the struggle train because it took me forever and a billion years to finish A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I've heard so many great things about this book and how the supernatural elements and the friendship is just so good, but honestly I found these girls really catty, and I just could not connect to the characters like in This Is Where It Ends. I just didn't feel a lot of empathy for these characters, and even though one of our main characters in this book goes through a very traumatic loss at the beginning of the story, it just did not pull me in and connect me to her enough to really want to take my time with this read. I actually sped on through the last fourth of the book. And last but not least, I actually finished this book today over lunch, and that is Between Sisters by Kristen Hanna. I picked this book up for a couple reasons. First, I read Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna a couple months ago and absolutely adored her writing and how she tells a story. And second, I was really missing my sisters in the month of December, and I knew I was going to see them for Christmas, so I was wanting to read something about sisters to hold me over until I saw them. This book actually is not a warm and fuzzy book though, because these sisters are estranged. They are not best of friends, and they are kind of at odds for many reasons, and it brings something very traumatic in their family to kind of bring them together. So it took me a while to really connect to these characters, but by the end I was crying at work and the feels were very real. Kristen Hanna does a great job at just telling the story, and even though one of these sisters was really hard to like because she is very hard-headed and very blunt and abrasive, she did end up having some very redeemable qualities. The one downside to this book was actually a character named Joe Wyatt. He kind of played one of our love interests. Kristen Hanna actually gave him chapters with his point of view, and I honestly thought the book would have been a lot better without him having some point of view space in this book. I think that he played a really great part and role in the sisters' lives, and I think it could have been done without giving him some chapters in his own point of view, but obviously that's just my opinion. I ended up rating this book a 3 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely continue on reading more Kristen Hanna books. Alright friends, well those are the 4 books that I read in the month of December. 1 5-star book, 1 3-star book, and 2 2-star books. So yeah, it just wasn't my best reading reading month, and it was probably good I didn't do a best in books video for you guys this December because it would have been poopy pinata. Anyways, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye!